I'm Adam, and I'm here with Lisa Hannigan. And I really want to talk about your new album, Passenger. But first, I have a question you've probably heard before. What is plinky plonk rock? Because I've heard you use that term to describe your own music.
I haven't.
And I think you're actually the only artist in that genre.
I am. Do you know, I said it in an interview once, because it's a question you get asked, is what genre of music is. And it's a terrible question to answer, only that I'd be the worst person to answer, you know? I remember my friend said to me, as a joke one time, plinky plonk rock, and I said it in an interview, and now it's on my Wikipedia page. And I won't get started on the saga of my Wikipedia page, but
oh God, that's how I did all my research.
Well, they own my life. I tried to go into the Wikipedia page. Okay, get ready. This is going to be a
huge
tirade.
accusation. I just have to say.
It's going to be a tirade against Wikipedia.
Okay.
But there's an awful lot of things on my Wikipedia page that are simply not true. And I went in to try and change it. And they told me that I wasn't allowed because conflict of interest. So Wikipedia actually owned me.
All right,
so
well,
Wikipedia, if you're listening to this, I'm shaking my tiny fist at you.
well, I can try
I'll get you eventually.
I'll try to change it for you. I even read one review of your album, which referred to it as like, you know, it's a decent entry in the plinky plonk rock genre. It's like, that's hilarious.
Sass!
Really, a decent, and it practically defines the genre.
Yeah,
really.
I invented that genre,
Really?
or my friend did.
So your second full-length solo album, Passenger, is out now.
Yeah.
What differences, if any, would you say were in the process, songwriting process and or recording process?
Well, the main difference with this one was that I was actually on the road when I was writing it for the first record, and so that definitely lent itself to a different type of song, I think, or certainly a different theme over the whole record. It seemed to be more like, because I was in transit all the time. I don't know. My mind was just thinking all about, you know, the stuff that you take with you when you are traveling, and that sort of nostalgic idea of home that you only get when you're away, you know. And so a lot of the record is sort of about that, you know, the stuff that you could carry with you when you're away, and throughout your whole life, you know. That's kind of what the whole thing's about.
And I guess it makes it easy to connect with those songs because you're playing them on tour, right?
Yeah, it's a funny sort of circular thing now, yeah, that we're playing them in the places that I'm singing about. It's good.
Did you write all the songs on solo, so to speak, like on acoustic guitar or on ukulele?
Yeah, all of them were just sort of written very barely on an instrument of sorts. Most of them were like the guitar, maybe there was a couple on the ukulele, a couple on the mandolin, but mostly on the guitar, and really barely. And then I'd bring them to the band, and then they would, you know, we would sort of arrange them all together and figure out how to shape the songs and stuff. But they were all sort of written very sparsely, you know.
Oh, so I was going to say, it struck me with the very first song, Home, how in that one in particular, the piano and violin are very upfront in the arrangement. Does that just develop when kind of based on what you write?
Yeah, I mean, I wrote that on the guitar, and it's real jump, 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 jump the whole time. And, you know, I wanted it just to be like this really constant train. There's no sort of legatos in it or sort of sweat. The guitar is just like a train. And then, and because it's the first thing in the record, I kind of wanted to have everybody that plays on the record at the beginning just all playing at once, and then everyone leaves again, and they sort of come in various bits throughout the song. But because I knew I wanted to be the first song on the record, that was the kind of idea of having everybody just like everyone kicks the door in, and then we've started. But yeah, the strings really, the strings and the horns, I think, in that song are really sort of vying for attention throughout, which sort of, you know, creates a bit of tension between the two. And yeah, I sort of wanted that sort of teetering quality to that song.
And it's cool with the guitar, which I guess was the first part you wrote, has that kind of heartbeat to the song.
Exactly, yeah, yeah.
The first single, Knots, that's a swinging song. That's what I want to say. Really, how did that one come together?
My friend Robbie had gotten me a ukulele as a present, and I'd never really played the ukulele, and I was a bit afraid of it because it is so relentlessly cheerful. And I thought, I don't. I mean, I'm quite cheerful, but I didn't. I don't particularly want to write relentlessly cheerful songs. So I was slightly afraid of it. And then I was in London, and I had a ferocious night out. One of those that, this doesn't happen very often, but one of those that you sort of are piecing together through the receipts in your pockets. And, why do I have foreign currency? And, like, why is there blood on my mittens? That sort of thing. And I had what we call in Ireland, I don't know if it's the same here, but I had an almighty bout of the fear, and it lasted for sort of three or 4 days of just going, "Wah, what happened?" And the song is sort of, and I picked up the ukulele in the midst of this awfulness, and started messing. And the chords in that song are really, some of them are really quite unpleasant and sort of seasick sounding and really dissonant and really, really unpleasant, really. Sorry, I said really quite a lot there. And
we know you meant it.
And the song is, the song is about the fear. It's just about that sort of being in the grips of panic. When you've got snapshots and just a very teetering evening. And just trying to piece it together. So that's kind of what that song was about. But then, played on the happiest of all instruments. So that was, I thought it was an interesting juxtaposition.
Did it cure the fear in any way, writing the song, or
it certainly
just
helped.
Soundtrack it?
I felt less horrified as the days went on, and then when I sort of chauffeured at the end, I kind of thought, this is what happens. But yeah, no, by the time, the fear was about nothing real. It's more not quite remembering what you said to that person. But remembering them look at you like this, that sort of thing. But in fact, there was nothing awful had happened in any way, but it was the, the fear, the flying monkeys, my friend calls it.
Understood. Another one is Little Bird, which is the name of an Emmylou Harris song, but this is a different song.
This is a different song.
Can you tell me
My
anything about
apologies to Emmylou Harris. This song I wrote in an evening. It was quite quick. I remember sitting in my kitchen, and it being one of the most natural songs on the record, I suppose, for want of a word. I mean, like, I just started playing the chords, and everything came very sort of easily, and without me really thinking about it very much. And then I looked at it when it was done, sort of, and that was nice. I'd never really been so at ease with the song before. I'd always sort of tried to craft it a bit, and that one was just sort of, it was quite a relaxed writing process, and it was quite difficult. I found it quite difficult in some ways, just emotionally. It's sort of, to me, it's more, it's very personal, it's very personal. I mean, they're all personal, but that one's more personal than most,
I mean, without knowing what it's about, you can definitely feel that while listening to the song.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I certainly can. But I hope other people can. That's why it's never any point in telling people what songs are about, because you just sort of ruin it, don't you?
Yeah, it's anytime I've asked that, I've always regretted it. Even when they're good answers, like, oh.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Because I imagine songwriting is sort of about making the most banal and mundane things that happen to us all feel illuminated in some new way or something. So when you shine the light on what it's actually about, it's sort of quite small sometimes.
I think so. I mean, as long as
not to you, but to the world,
Right. I mean, as long as things are applicable. Speaking of which, another song from Passenger, What'll I Do? Mm-hmm. This song kills me. It's one of the songs where it has me thinking, how does somebody express a feeling just so purely? I mean, did that one just kind of come out of you, like what you were thinking?
How did I get the word frisbee into a song. That's
Yeah, that was
could
my
be a
second
first.
question about that, actually, yeah.
Yeah, it was just a very pure feeling. A friend of mine was going away for a chunk of time, and you know, it was very. That again was a very sort of relaxed, natural kind of song. You know, it's a very simple feeling. You know that it's about, but I had it written on the guitar, and it was a real sort of weird, clunky. I had a guitar thing that I was sort of shoehorning this melody into, and I played it for the boys, and they were all like, I don't really know how to what you, and so I stood up and I went, it's more like, you know, I had to kind of explain to them through the medium of dance.
So some things just have to be explained that way.
Yeah, so that I got rid of the guitar then, because the guitar was what was sort of getting in the way, and then once I was sort of doing this crack, then they all just played the right thing to match my match my dance move.
Well, because it's a fun sounding song too. If I had read the lyrics, I wouldn't have thought it would be such a fun sounding song.
Yeah, I suppose the lyrics are kind of are I mean not grim, but you know it's definitely a yearning there, or like a lacking there.
A certain amount of worry.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah, absolutely, anxiety, but yeah, then when you mix that with those dance moves,
Yeah, everything is illuminated again. So you're in North America now. It's a short tour because the album's out here already. And then what's planned for the rest of the year? You're going to Ireland, Australia, possibly both?
Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be on tour for the rest of the year. I've got a UK tour.
Yes.
The end of November. I'm going to Australia for a week. It's really exciting in November. Doing it's a Nick Drake tribute concert that I did. I did in England, a few concerts in England. It's Joe Boyd, Nick Drake's producer, put together this beautiful, you know, the songs of Nick Drake, and obviously people haven't got to see them live. So, but it's a wonderful thing to be part of, and it's going to be in the Sydney Opera House, which is just amazing. So yeah, I'm going to go there and be very jet lagged and excited at the same time. And then I'm going to do an Irish tour in December. The hopefully snow and hot port tour, I'm going to call it.
Sorry, snow and what?
Snow and hot ports.
Okay. Sounds...
It's a Christmas Irish tradition.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And is Passenger out everywhere now? I know it's out in North America and Ireland, I think the UK.
Yeah, it's out Ireland, UK, North America. I think it comes out in Australia on the 4th of November, and hopefully the rest of Europe around that time. But I'm not sure. I think it'll be around that time, certainly before the end of the year. And everywhere else I will try to get it as soon as I possibly can, because I really hope on this record to be able to go to as many places as I can.
What's your website so everyone can stay updated?
LisaHannigan.ie.
.ie.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, love the album, and thanks so much for coming in. Great having you.
Cheers. Thanks, Adam.